They're a family with a unique territory history. They've survived a horrific crocodile attack and made a career out of buffalo hunting and croc shooting. Now the life of Peter and Lena Panqui is being documented in a book about adventurous Australians. In the 1960s, crocodile hunting was big business in the Northern Territory. And the top end was the home of tough adventurers.
Well, I reckon it was good because those days I was young. I reckon that was good fun shooting him, but I don't think it is now.
He was always away, either shooting croc and coming back smelling like a crocodile, or hunting buffaloes, coming home smelling like a buffalo.
Peter Panqui is a real-life Northern Territory Crocodile Dundee.
He was shooting buffalo at the age of 8 on foot. Now, if you think about it, an 8-year-old doing something like that with a wild animal that's very intent on skewering you, that's an incredible thing to do.
He wasn't a careless person. He, he's always be aware of danger. And he knew that crocodile shooting was a dangerous job. And even with the buffaloes, buffaloes can come out of the bush anywhere if they've been wounded.
Over the years, Peter Panqui developed the skills needed to stay out of harm's way. That included a few helpful tips for diverting unwanted buffalo attention.
The buffalo is standing there, and then spat on that stick and threw it where the buffalo is. And put his head down, he got a smell of it, shook his head and walked away.
Peter Panqui's skills and knowledge as a hunter made him a valuable resource to scientists. And it's here in the Kakadu wetlands where he made his mark. Despite having no formal qualifications, he was appointed by CSIRO to help set up the Kapalga Research Station in the 1970s.
He knew a lot about not only buffalo but about birds and animals in the wet, dry tropics. And he'd only had 3 years of education, and he rose to become manager of Kapalga, which was on the South Alligator River. So that was an incredible thing, his ability to know the country and to be able to take the scientists out and show them what they needed to know.
I didn't think I was qualified for it, But anyway, I working for CSIRO for 17 years.
He was awarded an Order of Australia, for which he had to put on a shirt and tie for the first time. A casual guy in the Territory.
Peter Panqui met his wife Lena in Darwin at the Retta Dixon home. Their memories of being taken away from family are still very clear.
At times I did think it was stolen, I was taken away, but I call it opportunity, because it gave me a chance to go to school.
The events of Saturday night will always remain with Peter Panqui.
The couple's son, Peter Panqui Jr., had his own close encounter with a crocodile.
That all happened so quick that all of a sudden this croc just lunged straight through the screen.
He saved his mother's life during an horrific croc attack while the family was camping on the banks of the Daly River 21 years ago.
I could hear a noise like you hear in these trees, a rattling noises, and I looked up and I looked straight into the crocodile's face. It was just as I said, then I said, "Look what's coming," I was saying out, and then Peter got up, then I fell across him and knocked him down, and the croc got me across here.
Lena Panqui underwent life-saving surgery after suffering broken ribs and having part of her liver removed. Lena and her son Peter Jr. Panqui received Commonwealth Bravery Awards.
The crocodile attack is an example of her extraordinary courage in saving her husband, and then her son saved her.
Writer Marg Carroll has told the Panqui's story in her latest book about adventurous Australians aged over 60. She says a sense of modesty among the baby boomer generation makes many of these remarkable Australians reluctant to tell their stories.
That they come from an era where stoicism, humility, keeping your business to yourself, very private, is part of the makeup. So you have to have a strong basis of trust.
Life is quieter now for the Panquis on their property in Darwin's rural area. Peter Panqui has paid the price of years of shooting, losing much of his hearing. His wife spends her days gardening. But their story of survival and triumph is certain to live on.
They've had tough beginnings, but they're really resilient and resourceful. They're very brave, and they throw themselves into whatever they're doing with a passion. And there's not too many stolen generation families that have somebody with an Order of Australia and 2 people with a Commonwealth Bravery Award.